Yo, what is up, gang? Welcome to another RMR. This is the third RMR going for Acid, and today we're going to be streaming Butcher versus Default. My name's Jack. I'm here with the infamous Ranke, and the game has already started. How you doing, Ranke?
Yeah, very good. How are you?
Nice. I'm great. So let's get into introducing these teams. So on the Butcher side, we have Miss Chaos, Spate, Jix, Champion, Cooper, and then on default we have Look, Proximo, sorry, CJ and Chili and Medellin. And yeah, both these teams are quite level-headed, I would say. An overdrive box is dropping here, and also a nice push going up with CJ, Look, and Medellin. They do have their full base control, and the overdrive did get taken by Chile as well. So this is really good from them. They might be able to pull. They've got to watch out for Jix though, but do take him out, and they're going to be pulling on the opposite way. And this is perfect communication coming in from them to get that early capture straight off the bat and completely annihilate Butcher.
Yep, interesting start already. A capture indeed. Only a minute of this whole tournament, but already a first capture. Um, I expect a close game as well, but I right now see Butcher with 4 players. Hopefully that's not permanent.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know if they were four players from the beginning, to be honest with you. I don't think they were because I'm pretty sure I read out more players there. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, don't know what's happened.
I saw a lot of players in before the match started, but I don't know. Let's hope someone is joining soon for them. Right now
Yeah, it's
it's pretty easy for default to just win this round, and if there is a 5th player joining, you already have a nice advantage for the rest of the match.
yeah, completely true. Spate here might buy some time, but they've got to watch out. I feel like they've got a bit more control here as well because obviously Spate did get that return with Cooper, but I mean, CJ is using Hunter Striker, so they have that longer range advantage on the right side. They can also deal damage for this OD box, which they are doing. Spate's not going to be dealing any damage onto anyone, allowing Proximo to take that overdrive quite easily, and he's even taunting them by not taking it so early.
Oh, we
Oh,
saw
Mr.
the cruise
Chaos.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mr. Chaos. Unfortunate.
it's not ideal, especially if you are with only 4 players.
Yeah, exactly. Talking about four players, we're seeing two players on the right side going with their Paladin overdrive as well. Spate does have his overdrive in depth. Proximo going to be using his OD within center. Bait as well, using nice OD, taking out two players. Chili though using a perfect overdrive here. Can he have a watch out for Look? And he does. Medellin going to be pulling that flag. No supplies. Does get taken out by Miss Chaos. She's doing a good job here, buying some time. But an overdrive coming in from CJ doesn't quite activate onto Cooper. They are going to be pulling the opposite way. Proximo's there, going to be taking out that Paladin. Miss Chaos spawning there. Look has no DA. That flag's definitely going to drop there. But Medellin has his overdrive. Proximo going to be trying to buy some time there, allowing him to pull the flag, but also Spate spawning, and they are counter pulling on the opposite side, but Cooper isn't going to make it out alive. Can they kill Spate? He's only 1 HP. Also, Miss Chaos is there. She could have used DP to deal some damage, but regardless of the fact, there's also Proximo spawning, and that's going to make it a 2-0 flag.
Yeah, Madeline capturing that 2nd flag. At the same time, Arlington is joining in the Butcher team. So we are finally going to see a 5 versus 5. And I have to say, Jack, the first 3 or 4 minutes has been played with 5 versus 4. And only made 2 captures. I expected some more captures. Maybe Butcher is
Yeah.
better after all.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, we go more into the rounds and see a bit more from them. Really nice overdrive there from Cooper. Didn't Had a bit of a waiting game along with Proximo, wanting him to push out before not take any damage. Medellin's overdrive going to the moon. And wow, yeah, I don't know what's happening with the team, which is currently in the lead, which is default, but they are playing a bit shakily over here right now. And I know it's the spooky season where your bones start to shake, but it's not great when you're in esports.
No, exactly. It's definitely not how they want to to see the second and the third and maybe even the fourth round start. We saw
Mhm.
actually Cooper with trying to create an attack here. Arlington in the middle. But the map control right now is a bit more in the favor of Butcher.
Yeah, exactly. Butcher definitely has some good map control, but Cooper, Spate, and Miss Chaos here. Cooper can possibly use, but he doesn't take a shot there. But nah, he won't be able to pull this flag. Too many players spawning in one area, and especially on a map like Iran, it's a bit hard to pull if you've got 3 players up against one. But there's still under 5 minutes here. There's still time. Also, Arlington did join there, so there are 5 players now.
OD box as well dropping. Sheely can maybe take the box and immediately use here for Proximo and Luke. Luke is still on the top. He misses double armor, so Sheely probably will save this for another opportunity here.
Yeah, good communication there, not to use. He had if they all had repairs and stuff, that would have been a perfect opportunity. But you know what? They're in the lead. They don't want to waste now. They're 5 players. It's better to be safe than sorry. Um, and Proximo playing on left side quite a bit here. I've noticed. He's doing a good job, but these players, it's more like CJ and Luca playing more together, where Proximo is a bit of a map freak, where it's going all about like a running chicken, but it's working out for them. No one knows how to focus them at this point.
No, and that's especially good when you play Viking, of course. You would like, especially when you have that overdrive marker above your head.
Yeah, yeah,
Hyper
yeah.
focus
So,
every single time. Ooh,
ooh,
interesting attack here. Jig pushing in with Miss Chaos. Miss Chaos with an OD doing nearly a 360.
still pulling the flag though, but yeah, I like the waiting from here from Chile, not pushing in too direct. He obviously knew it was a 3v1 situation. He had Proximo spawning, and just really relied on him mainly than pushing in there and dying, because it would have been kind of bad if they start pulling straight away and making flag captures and leading up to them. I did see that from Miss Chaos flipping, unfortunately. And Overdrive box is dropping as well. Cooper will use. No, he won't. It's a bit of a sticky situation. He's going to allow Spate to take. But Proximo going to be pulling this flag through middle. He's getting a bit blocked from his teammates. Oh, Chile using a nice overdrive there. And it's going to lead him the way. But Cooper using the Viking OD. Can he connect? Yes, he will. And Medellin going to be using as well. But it does get taken out from that Viking OD. And this is looking good. Spate with a Hunter OD. Is he going to be using? And he does, stunning 2 players there. Not pulling the flag, but there's still Miss Chaos and Jit. Or how do you pronounce that name? But still pulling that Paladin, still pulling there. But he does get taken out. Unfortunately, that's going to be a good return, but a really good push there from that team.
Yeah, crazy attack after a very messy pull attempt by default, to be honest. That would have really been a capture if Proximo wasn't blocked for like a whole 10 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. You know what's great about default though? If you remember Lavanda, and also Battle Axes, it's a bit of a mix of these players.
Okay.
So they're pretty good players overall, but I think they have derailed a little bit. Obviously, they haven't really played much as a team, but they're not bad players. So I think, talking generally, I do feel like default is the better team. But Butchers, obviously, we've seen that they're able to compromise, and that's something good about them. But they've got to be able to pull flags as well, because right now there's a 2v like 4 situation, and they just couldn't pull that flag. I think they're prioritizing a bit wrongly here. They're pushing in for the flag when they're only 2 players. They've got to focus a bit more, get that map control before doing anything. Not allowing Spate to take that overdrive when it's such low HP should not be happening, kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, I really agree with you.
Also, yeah.
But if you say all players with battle axe, I really didn't see that. But if I
I mean,
remember
Lucky's
correctly,
the Battle Axes player. I remember
okay.
him, but and I know CJ was a Lavender player. It's not just from their tags, but I remember
Mm.
them playing against them a while ago.
Battle axes, if I remember correctly, hit top 3 in a major one time. So it's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
top team.
Um, I can't remember if I'm pretty sure Luck was in back then. I can't remember exactly. I know CJ's won top 8 before with Lavanda. That was when I was in cold and won top 8 as well with him.
Pretty good season.
But yeah, best season of my life. But that was a fun season, bro. But
What?
yeah, first round going to default.
Yeah. No captures after a fifth player joining in. That's yeah, highly likely going to be a boring second round, but maybe um because of there is no beginning lead for default this round, maybe it will going to be still entertaining. Let's see.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I hope they do come back. We are going to see them be playing on Sandor after this map, which will be even more exciting, I think. So I'm looking forward to it. But let's see, let's see.
I have to restart my game real quick.
Kidoki. Uh, but yes. After everything which has occurred, I want to see a bit more from Butcher. Sorry, they're playing well overall. I feel like, but hopefully now they are a bit more on the defending side. I feel like,
Mm-hmm.
but they I don't know. We shall see it. I think it's going to be harder for Spate, because obviously CJ is using striker, so that's a big difference. They've got one close range where the other team's all got a longer range turrets, and I feel like that's probably an advantage for default because they're able to play those long range turrets. Especially CJ, I believe, has been playing Hunter for quite a while. Um, he might just have a bit more knowledge on it than the other teams.
Yep. Interesting, and especially, of course, they will start around with 5 players now. And if you start with a different setup, then you continue the round, and it's always chaotic. So maybe they will play a lot more cleanly. Now they are 5 from the start. Okay, we are back.
Yes, sorry. Yeah, so yeah, they're all selfing here. This is the second round. And yeah, you're right. The overdrive box is dropping now. So who's going to take it? Looks like Spate has a good run for it. Oh, the player leaves there, middling. Spate's going to use and take and also make him Proximo die straight off the bat there. I wonder why middling left.
He is joining back in, probably some connection issues. Let's hope it isn't the reason for an early capture.
Yeah, for real. It's going to be a tricky one here, but hopefully it is not going to be a flaw. He is there in the map now.
Oh,
And Spate left as well. I don't know what's happening with these teams, but um, players are leaving and joining. Maybe no damage, lag, I don't know.
I don't know. If a lot of people have the same issue at the same time, it's probably the battle link. It's
Yeah, possibly.
although if it
But
is fixed after rejoining, we can just start a match.
yeah, exactly. Do have a really good push here from Lux, CJ, and Proximo here. And this is what I'm talking about. Those long range turrets can deal damage before even pushing in. They can play it safe. I like what Miss Chaos is doing, holding her ground there and dealing damage with Railgun from a distance. She's now going to be focused on Chili, but Chili knocks her. And it's going to be intriguing. They got to def quite hardly here, or else they're in a bit of trouble. Spate is going to have to push mid, but does get taken out and focused really well there. Proximo trying to take this overdrive and full control here from the default side. Spate can use here, but is not going to, and he takes the overdrive. He doesn't even need to use and take. He just takes it.
Yeah, understandable. He didn't want to take the risk of spilling an OD there. He was low on health, but at the end, um, a perfect opening here for default. To be honest, only thing
Yeah,
they miss is a
exactly.
capture.
Exactly. Um, And anyways, yeah. Let's see what will occur. I mean, there's still 8 minutes left here, and a good quality amount of time can be put pressure-wise on both these teams. We're seeing Miss Chaos and JIK going in, but nothing successful. I feel like they're just pushing in needlessly at this point. Champion trying to deal some damage to Medellin does knock in pretty well there, but Medellin and Chili both with overdrive, so does Miss Chaos. Chili going to be using the Miss Chaos has to use here, and it's a really good opportunity, but Chili's still alive. Will be able to pull that flag. He is no repair. He's got to watch out. The opposite team did pull as well. CJ
Proximo.
has his overdrive. CJ can possibly use on two people here, which he does, and allowing CJ to pull on. They do also take out that flag and return, and this is really good from default.
Yeah, yeah, great attack indeed. And Proximo with a lovely OD forcing the return. I don't know if he had 2 or 3 kills, but the whole team of the of Butchers just got wiped out here in this attack.
Yeah, exactly. And also, if they take this overdrive, then it's a bit bad for the Butcher. But yes, Luck is going to be able to take that overdrive. And there's only Cooper, JIK, and also Spate with their overdrives on the opposite side for the attackers. Champion does have his Eris OD, but I don't know if Risk is going to be coming inbound. Champion could easily use down middle here. They are using the opposite side there as well. You see JIK and also Spate. They can pull this flag, but they need a champion, but he's nowhere in sight, and that's going to be a return. Medellin also going to be pulling only 1 HP, but Cooper takes him out before he dies.
Yep. And Spade now returning that flag.
Yeah, it's quite a good game overall. I feel like it's not one team's capturing many flags time and time again. So I do feel like there's still hope for the Butcher, but default just been really prioritizing on control here, and that's what they've got.
Yeah, Sandal is a totally different map. Let's see if Butchers can indeed perform a bit more. But it's a very good seasonal opener. Indeed, enjoyable game. But yeah, players' teams can really be better on Iran than on different maps. So I hope for Butchers that that is the case with default. I see Cooper pulling in, but Madeline at the same time counter pulling, and they are both nearly at the base. So we are seeing a standoff here. Proximo once again using an OD.
Ooh. Yeah, Proximo trying his best, trying to deal some damage, takes out 2 players. Yeah, this is intriguing. He might even. Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't. But Luck is dealing damage, takes him out. Can he return? No, he doesn't. Proximo won't be able to return either. Chili is there, but can he ghost Miss Chaos? Yes, he can, and get the return, and also going to be getting the flag capture from Medellin. And wow, what a pull and return from that team. CJ also going to be pulling here, but does get taken out from Miss Chaos, and it looks like the storm is coming because honestly, I don't know. Default playing really well right now.
Yeah. If they are keep playing like this, to be honest, if they have a bit of lucky matches, then they're definitely asset contenders, I think. What did they do last tournament? Let me check.
Not sure.
Actually.
I can check though.
I have the page open as well. uh, I clicked on Winter Major Rankings 2. Four wins and 1 loss.
Yeah, they did pretty well. I mean, they only lost to Spirit, and it was a pretty good score they did. The team back then, I don't think it was the same. Yeah, it was actually. Yeah, pretty much the same. So they're not that bad of a team overall. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Um, the last season was kind of easy. I would say it was an easier season to get a paint in terms of like Prism, but this season's even easier. We're seeing hardly any teams compared to the previous seasons, and a lot of good players, or not good players, but decent players aren't playing. So that kind of like top 16, top 8 play, some of those players really aren't playing anymore. You know, it's only like either top 3 players or the more below average players. So I mean, honestly, anyone can win depending on who Red Notice. Let me actually see. Depending on who Red Notice, Undervalued, um, right, who's in Deviants? Probably Deviants and
Lovesick is
Lovesick go up against.
yeah.
There's a lot at stake here. I don't know. Deviants, they got some players on alts, so I don't really know who they are.
Yeah,
But
maybe even the same lineup, but just with new names. You know.
yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
Non-stop is a decent team as well. But yeah, go on.
yeah, we already indeed see a lot less teams competing. We see Prism just winning a tournament and then not keep playing. You know, um, so it's all up for grabs on the top.
Yeah, they might be scared. They don't want to lose. I don't know.
Probably. I have no idea, but it's an interesting tournament indeed. And what one thing I like about Default is if you take a look at their TMR points, they are at 1,000 points because they just stick together, you know, and they have really good position in the major of the end of the year.
Oh yeah, 100%. This team's definitely one gladiator, that's for sure. Uh, but they can easily go up to top 8. I mean, who knows? Depending on what's going to be happening after this RMR, you know those players which won Prism last season, so the Prism team, they might come back. Oh, no one knows. There's going to be people getting unbanned as well,
Yeah,
um, for the major. So there's going to be a lot of new EM players and Russian players. Oh, Cooper going to be using ISOD there from him to stop. Chile's kind of trying to hide, but he won't be able to get away from Cooper. But I mean, yeah, there's going to be a lot of players at grabs here, and also a lot of players aren't going to get the opportunity to play because obviously with this whole RMR, these teams kind of need RMR points to get into the major. So if they don't play and they don't have a team, then they can't exactly form a team for the major. If they
yeah,
wanted to form a team, they should have done it this RMR.
yeah. Especially talking about a lot of players that are like nearly finished with half a year of not allowed to competing. You have to
Yep.
find a team with already some points. You know, that's going
Mhm.
to be a challenge for them. Really interesting time. I'm curious.
Exactly, me too. I'm intrigued to see what will happen. But talking about what will happen, it is currently 2-1 for Default. They played a really good game this one. And you can tell that from the scoreboard even. Everyone's on 300 score. Um where the other team did slightly worse. I mean, it was a bit hard for them. But I mean, looking at the stats compared to seeing how they played, they seem to be playing decent, but just not having any control. You know, um, but I don't know. It's a hard thing to tell. You know.
Yep. I understand this. Not really obvious where it is going wrong. Um,
Yeah, exactly.
but it is really going wrong. So I hope they can turn it around here on Sandal.
Hmm.
But it's not
Let's see.
it's
Let's
not
see.
looking good. Like last round, they only had two flag captures against them, but they were with four players. Now they are with five and they have three captures against them. So something is not going
Yeah,
right.
true, true. And they had the defending base. I mean, personally, in my opinion, I wouldn't put freeze on
Hunter.
Iron anymore. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really fixated to the idea, you know.
Yeah,
Um,
you're just spilling someone. He can't play on the outside of the map.
hmm exactly.
And if you're just putting the flag, you know, you see the only player that's noticing you is the freeze, you know, then there's like no issue at all. It's a it's a spilled play. In some situations, it's good, and of course, it turns off your double damage.
hmm
I know. I will play with it on Highland earlier than on or how do you say that? On Highland I will play it, but on Iran I don't know.
Yeah, true. I don't know. I mean, freeze. I feel like is kind of gone these days. It's out the picture, but it happens, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like turrets come and go.
Yep. The meta has kind of been the same, to be honest, since the start of this season.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing which has changed
Smoky.
is freeze and smoky. Well, yeah, smoky.
Nah,
Yeah,
it was also in
yeah.
the last major, I think.
Mhm.
The last summer
Mhm.
major, people started doing it.
Yeah, it's only freeze.
Yeah, and we see Gao sometimes, but I wouldn't say that's a meta. It's just a bit of an easier turret.
Yeah, true. I mean, Gauss was even in the last armor. Was it last armor? When I played with Casper and Papega, because
Yep.
we played Gauss then as well. Uh, so I don't know, but no one really uses it unless like it's more like a what was the word, backup turret to use. I mean, because if you're really playing bad with striker, then you know you can take Gauss and have guaranteed hits. You know,
Yep.
but we shall see. We shall see.
I missed the Vulcan meta kind of bit.
But
It was
Vulcan
so
was next
funny.
level. Yeah, yeah. Vulcan was next level.
But yeah, let's see what will change before the end of the season and maybe between the seasons, of course. Um, Round 3, let's go.
Yes, sir. Possibly last round as well. Um, really, really optimistic. I'm sure. Team team I forget what they're called.
Default.
Default. Team Default, where they got the most easiest name, but I can't remember. Team Default probably are very optimistic to win this, especially on Sandal. They can even just def this whole game since they have the side which is more def reliant. Um, but yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. I've not really seen much of them in Sandal. Um, obviously I haven't really been coming to the streams lately, so you'd know more than me.
Ooh,
But
I doubt that.
I don't know. I don't know.
There's
I feel like
Proximo.
honest. Yeah.
They were on 4, but Proximo finally joined in. But that's
Yeah.
costing quite a bit of overdrive regeneration.
Yeah. True. It's not dropping, and it looks like default don't really care for it that much. I like what Chili's doing. He's like hardly any HP in case he gets killed here. That's gonna make the OD taker have to reset their game. But
Default choosing to play with Pride instead of Proximo, and I think it's a connection issue thing because Proximo left and joined and left, you know.
yeah, possibly. And it's gonna be playing Smokey as well.
Yeah, that's probably also an option that I just know that Smokey is better, but Proximo feels more comfortable, or Pride is more comfortable with choosing that turret.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I prefer Hammer, like in general. I mean, Smokey's good. Don't get me wrong, and definitely okay. It looks gonna be taking that OD. Nice for them. Definitely. In matchmaking, I would go with Smokey, but for esports, Hammer is. I feel like it's just more. It's a safer option. Your OD's better. Okay, Pride is taking Hammer. The OD is better, especially in this map. You got more stuff you can like kind of ricochet your bullets off of. But yeah, looks going in for the early paladin usage here. Miss Chaos is focusing both with CJ and Look, but doesn't manage to land that second shot. Look is doing good damage onto Cooper here along with CJ. Pride is coming up behind him, and also Chili does get taken out within middle there. This is a pretty good attempt here coming in from the default team. Just playing it safe, dealing damage to players rather than just pushing in straight away.
Yeah, indeed. And the map control, indeed, right now is also from default. They are just being able to knock out the teams, the enemy. We now see Pride joining in, indeed, with what's it called? Hammer. It looks like he listened to you.
Yeah, for real. I mean, I don't know. I've seen teams use Smokey, and it's definitely good if you use Smokey if you got really good aim. But Hammer, I feel like it's just a bit of a more universal kind of thing anyone can use on this map. Um,
Yeah, and I feel like
you can't really go wrong.
with the size of this map as well, Smoky isn't needed like it is
Hmm.
on a map like Cross or something.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You see,
They do save that overdrive box for Chile as well, by the way. Chile might even use here, but no, doesn't. But Pride doesn't have DA either. It's good they didn't use.
yeah, talking about not, see once again Chile not using only because of communication, because the situation looked like using was good. Um, and,
Yeah.
and default nearly have any OD spilled. Like, I have not seen a spilled OD besides that Cruise OD.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they're pretty good at utilizing their overdrive. So Miss Chaos flipping again, unfortunately.
Oof.
Um, but yeah, they're doing well. I mean, I like what Look did straight in the beginning using his Paladin OD because obviously you don't want to hold on to your overdrives, and that's something I've seen default do. Chile's the only one really which has been holding back, but he has reasoning too because his overdrive, he doesn't really want to use it just to kill a load of people unless it's for death. He more so wants to help assist with pulling a flag or dealing damage to the enemies before they push in. So I don't know, but yeah, it's gonna be tricky. I do feel like overall for the opposite team since default is that well with their overdrives. And talking about OD, and OD will be dropping here.
Yep, exactly. Chile in a good position to use and take, or probably Pride on a good position to catch it. He's low on health, no repair. And this is one that really needs to be captured by Butcher. Why is Cooper? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Cooper was nearly recharged, but this was. Yeah, I don't know. It didn't look smooth.
No, 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 it did not indeed. Um, and they allowed the opposite team to take the OD box, but I like what Spate is doing on Hunter here, playing from a distance, but he's got to push up here with his team a little bit. Now's the opportunity. He does have JIK with Paladin OD, but CJ is doing damage onto him, making him no repair, not really allowing him to use that overdrive. Also taking out Spate as well. JISK will be pushing up here, but pushing up alone, and it's not really working out for them. I don't know what's happening on this right side for Butcher, but they're just not having that kind of communication.
No, indeed. We now see Champion all alone here on the left side of the map. That isn't working as well. No
Mm.
opportunities to use that OD. We see Luke and Pride though trying to get some map control on the left side of the red base, in the weak right side of Butchers. Now Cooper is playing right side again. Um, is right side useful for Viking?
Yeah. For the blue side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the only time I would put Viking on the left side is if in the beginning of the game, either the Viking has an OD or the
Eris.
Eris has an OD. Oh, talking about Eris ODs, no, both of them get taken out there, Chile and also Cooper, and this is going to be perfect for Look and Pride. Pride going to be using here, taking out one, taking out two players, also an overdrive getting taken and used there from Medellin, and this is possibly going to be a flag capture just from the bad communication and usage there from both those teams. And it was an opener for the defaults team. And oh my days, will they be capturing back to back here? CJ, that flag is within middle. But yeah, I mean, oh no. But yeah, back to your question. uh, nah, I would say Hammer is definitely more useful on the right side unless you go on Eris OD on the left side in the early part of the game and
Mm-hmm.
he spawns there. But look at this, 4 players on the left side. J IK with his Paladin Overdrive pulling and using here. Spate does have his Hunter OD, but that's going to allow Pride to pull through middle, but Champion going to be dealing damage onto him, but he's no repair, and Champion might be able to return, but CJ is pretty much full with no repair here, but JIK, oh, he misses the shot onto JIK, and this might be a capture, making it 1-1. And this is good. I didn't think it would work from the Butchers team, but it did.
Yeah, bit of an all or nothing, but that's exactly the situation they are in right now.
Yeah.
A good capture indeed. Let's see, we still have a game on our hands. Of course, Default will win the game right now. Butcher needs to capture one more. OD box is dropping as well, and they really need to not spill an OD box anymore, Butcher. We have seen some poor performance around that OD box, and we see it once again. You know, I don't know. They're just not taking those boxes.
Yeah, there's only one player going for them at a time, and they need a bit more focus there. But I gotta give it to also Default. They're doing a good job, kind of taunting them. Look at Medellin. Medellin's going through their base, pulling the flag here all over the place. He does die, then it is a return, but still, that's buying time. That's wasting time, and it's not really allowing Butcher to do much. I mean, they've really got to watch out with the time they got because they do have to capture another flag, as you said, since they are 2-0 down. And if this is a tie, that means that Default will be winning this round.
Yep. And I have to point out Chile real quickly. Chile on Iran had a capture with an Ares, had a return with an Ares, picking up
Yeah,
two OD box with an Ares. Chile
yeah,
is playing a perfect game, to be honest. I'm really impressed by how he is playing and communication with the ODs as well. It's hard to not spill an OD in 3 rounds in a row, and he's doing exactly that. He have nothing spilled already. It's only good OD for him.
exactly. It's unfortunate because Chile could use it for Pride, but Pride's lagging. But Medellin is there. Is Chile going to go up into their base? No, he doesn't. But he is going to be using middle here. Lovely OD, Miss Chaos using it as well. But Chile's overdrive really neutralizes that attack. Look, it's going to be pulling Spate, wastes his Hunter OD. They're all far away. And this is going to be knocking down yet again another opportunity for Butcher. Will Chile be able to take that overdrive? No, he doesn't, but they're going to be leaving it for Look. Look did use earlier, and he does get taken out from Miss Chaos, but it's a really bad match now for the Butcher side, unfortunately. But you know what? The game's the game, and they're doing a good job, Default. And Champion, no.
Yeah, poor OD and yeah, while Default was capturing a flag, they were pretty much at 4 as well, you know. Pride left out, no replacement in because Proximal hadn't spawned yet. But Pride now connected them back. But they really outperformed in the last capture there. They're showing what their skills are, and it's definitely going to be a great tournament for them, that's for sure.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's it's been a good game overall, and I think that Default deserved this win. It's unfortunate that in the beginning that Butcher were played down. They did manage to bounce back in some scenarios, but you know what? They have other games and other opportunities, but this is an open opportunity for Default, one step closer to the acid paint. And you never know, they might win it at the end of the day.
Yep, exactly. They are showing some good skill, and Chile is definitely a player to watch out for as well.
Yeah, he's a threat.
He really is. Did he have some crazy personal records already, or not? Let me check actually before we end the stream here.
No, he
Only
hasn't.
Gladiator.
Yeah. I think he's only ever won Gladiator actually.
Okay,
He's
interesting.
played like a couple seasons, but I think he's only ever won Gladiator from what I know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he has been in Crew, a Lucky 7, Big Duck
Yeah,
Club,
he's only won
but never the
Gladiator.
top teams, you know? Always
Well,
just average.
yeah. But that being said, we'll see you guys in the next stream in 20 minutes.
Yeah, see you there. Good night.
I'll keep on